Hello and welcome to Ready Bet Action. We are excited to be coming to you on a Sunday night, getting ready to talk about September 11th, a Monday. We've got some Monday Night Football to talk about. We've got some recovering to do after a not so great first week, but I think we all got our, well, not maybe not all of us, but you and I both had our lunches handed to us just a little bit, but we're ready to bounce back in a big way. I'm going to start, though, before we jump over to the NFL. I want to start with just seeing how you're doing, Eric, barometer-wise. You with the high of yesterday's CU, Nebraska, and then losing to the Raiders at home. So I'm sure you went from the mountaintops to the valley pretty quick.
I think, honestly, we've just been watching the exact same thing with the Broncos for 7 years now, and today was like watching every game I've watched for 7 years. So it really didn't bother me that much. Honestly, I'm probably going to watch. I don't really have a lot of I don't have any action on the Bills and Giants tonight, so I'm probably going to rewatch that CU game and make myself feel better. If I'm going to be honest, I'll probably have the Bills Giants on the side TV.
Cowboys
Giants. Thank you. Yeah, not the Bills. We're going to talk about them today. They're on the brain, but
well,
yeah, not too disappointed. Low
expectations
in Denver.
Hopefully you don't have Fubo TV because their recordings aren't working today, as I found out. So
Fubo is such trash. It's such trash. No, I think I recorded on YouTube.
Good for you. All right. Well, before we jump into our plays for tomorrow's football action, I've got some football action for you. We're going to do some Euro qualifying. Norway faces up against Georgia. Georgia just lost 7-1 to Spain. Norway has Odegaard and Holland, and they will be able to get a victory against this Georgia team. So I'm going to go Norway on the money line, and then we're going to parlay that with Croatia. They're on the road, but they're facing Armenia. Croatia still has a very solid team. They just got runners-up in the Nations League. Wait, maybe no, they won the Nations League. So Croatia is doing it for me right now. They're still battling for those qualifying spots. Right now, it's kind of a three-way race for those two spots in that group between Norway, Croatia, and Spain. So we're excited to see what takes place there. So give me that parlay of Croatia and Norway, both money line at minus 128. A little bit of juice, but I think this is a pretty safe play.
Dude, Georgia can't upset us again, is all I'm saying. Spain just giving up a cupcake of a goal to Georgia was just brutal for us.
The worst thing was when they were up 5-0 at half. I told you, I was like, they're going to give up a stupid goal, and then they did. But let's hear some of your NFL football takes here, bud.
Yeah, so we have a Monday night matchup. We're talking about the Bills and Jets. We've already told you, I think, a couple times on this show that we are very heavy on the Bills. That was at -3. Maybe we have one at -2.5. I just saw the line before this show at -1.5. So we're just gonna smash it. We are double and tripling down on the Bills winning tomorrow by a field goal. We are all in on this.
What could go wrong?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we did so well today. What could possibly go wrong with this pick? But we are going all in on it. It's going to bring us back to the table when that actually hits. I'm pretty excited about it. But let's talk about the game a little bit. So I have Aaron Rodgers throwing an interception, and this is at plus 114 on draft picks. I believe the prop is actually over 0.5 interceptions. So I essentially have him throwing at least one. I think it just makes sense. New group of receivers. They haven't played a game today. You're going to see Rodgers probably throw for a couple yards, but I think you used the word spicy, Stave, before the show started. I do think this game gets a little spicy. We're going to see some turnovers, but we're also going to see some points and just some weird stuff happen in this game, I think, because both quarterbacks are pretty wild gunslingers, if I could, steal a cliche. How are you feeling about a passing prop for maybe the Jets team?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bills get out and get to a big lead, and I think that the Jets are playing catch up, but not so much that they're pulling their starters like the poor Bengals had to do today. So I love your Aaron Rodgers interception prop, but I do think they're throwing the ball a lot. So I like Garrett Wilson over 68.5 yards. All he needs is 69. Nice yards. Boom. And then we get to take this to the bank at minus 125. So I like Garrett Wilson. Again, I think the Bills win this, but I think the Jets have to pass a lot, and Garrett Wilson's going to be the focal point of that passing offense. And in 69 is not that crazy of a number for him to have to hit. So I like this a lot. I think we coast. I kind of was tempted to sprinkle a little Stephon Diggs touchdown, anytime touchdown at minus or at plus 120 or something like that. But that's not an official bet, but I am going to play that one as well.
Yeah, he's tricky. I think I'll this is not an official pick either. We're giving all our non-official picks. We'll see if those hit.
Those have been better lately.
They've been, so I made money this weekend, just not on our show picks, I swear.
Yeah, I know. We have the tickets, we have the receipts.
But yeah, I'm putting money on Dalton Kincaid anytime touchdown tomorrow for sure. I mean, it's like a minus 120, but that's going to be my own pick. I think it's even more likely, though. I'm going to go back to one of Rodgers' receivers here and go with Lazard over 36.5. Out of every receiver on the field that's not named Randall Cobb, who is too old to actually get out there, in my opinion, Allen Lazard is the person he's most familiar with. Their timing is going to be the best. They played together in Green Bay for multiple years. I think he's going to go to Lazard. I think 36.5 is just a nice low number for Lazard to get us over that 36 number. So, and the Aaron Rodgers interception. Oh, go ahead.
I was to say, with the type of balls that Lazard like often sees, like he can get that in one catch.
Yes. We love props that can happen in one play. So sometimes, even though if a receiver is not a high volume, high targets person, but they have a low yardage, you're like, oh, but Lazard can have one 40-yard catch, and it can happen at any point in the game. And we have won a lot of props doing that over the last few years, for sure. Yeah. So anyways, the Aaron Rodgers interception, we got some receiver props. We're not high on the Jets, but we are high on a spicy game. So am I jealous of Aaron Rodgers' ayahuasca trips, or do I hate him for it? Haven't decided.
Both.
I think he has a very interesting game. The man has been doing a lot of drugs over the summer, and I think there's going to be some wild stuff. So we're going to stick with that theme.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good game. I don't particularly think it's going to be very close. I think by middle of the fourth quarter, we're like, okay, great. We can start recording for Tuesday. Although we probably don't need to record for Tuesday because I don't think there's a whole lot going on Tuesday. But please, everyone, follow us on all the things. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, Twitter X, YouTube, at ReadyBetAction. You can find him at Doran_Eric at all the things as well. And I am at StayFunLaco. We do appreciate all y'all following us. We've been seeing that listenership continue to grow, so it's very exciting. Also, check out Eric's most recent TikTok about Brock Purdy. We were wrong. He lets you know we were wrong. And there's no, hey, the only stupid thing you can do when you're wrong is like double down and refuse to change. We're willing to change. We're willing to grow. But yeah, Eric, why don't you break down our plays for Monday, September 11th?
Yeah, Brock Purdy's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I've totally changed my tune since 10 a.m. this morning. All right, my recap for today. I'm going to give you some Bills Jets picks. We're going to keep smashing on this line as it keeps dropping. Bills minus 1.5 versus the Jets. I'm going with Allen Lazard over 36.5 receiving yards and Aaron Rodgers to throw one reception. He's going to hopefully throws at least one reception. He's going to be throwing at least one interception, maybe multiple. We'll see. The game is going to be spicy. Stave, what about you?
Yeah, so in that same game, I am on Garrett Wilson over 68.5 receiving yards. And then we do have some Euro qualifying for you. We're going to do a parlay, Norway on the money line and Croatia on the money line. And you'll get that at minus 128 over on DraftKings. Hey, you guys, thank you again so much for listening. We appreciate all of you guys. We'll be back with you very, very soon for some more content. We'll be having some more guests on this week. So bound to get some winners out there and just have a lot of fun. We'll see y'all soon.
Love it.